Are you happy? I mean, truly happy. Are you happy with your life? Are you happy with the way you look? Your figure, your health, your hair, your face? Are you happy with your family? Your children, your siblings, mother or father, your husband or wife? Are you happy in your home and the place that you live? Are you happy in your job, in your studies, and all that it gives? Do you yearn to travel to places new, different lands and cultures to enrich the mind, either on a road well travelled or hunting new places to find? Do you embrace adventure or feel better at home, safe from the perils and pitfalls of the unknown? Does life fulfill you at every turn, bring you happiness and joy and great lessons to learn? Or is life's path a bit tricky for you? Do you sometimes feel down? Do you sometimes feel blue? Are the sands of time running through your fingers? Dreams and aspirations no longer linger in your thoughts and your prayers at the end of the day? Losing your dreams is a high price to pay. Or are dark clouds looming above? Are you looking for fulfillment? Are you looking for love? Does the state of the world outside your door weigh heavy on your mind? Does it eat at your core? Politicians lie to us all. They're the bat and we're the ball. Does ill health stop you from achieving your goals? Maybe you lost someone and that hurts your very soul. Whatever your pain and whatever the reason, just know it too shall pass, whatever the season. The world outside makes me so mad. Politicians and corporations, they all seem so bad. Our NHS is part of what makes Great Britain great. So let's support it before it's too late. And the Tories dismantle it in their nepotistic ways. They line their pockets and make us all pay for insurance and private healthcare and take away one of the wonderful things about being British is that we know we will be looked after if we get sick. This has to stop.
Thank you very much, everyone, for being here today. Throughout the whole of my life, I've lived under the National Health Service. Everyone pretty well in this demonstration has never known anything other than a health service free at the point of use as a human right. It was one of the most amazing and great achievements of the post-war Labour government that developed an NHS during a time of deep austerity.
He said politicians are there to divide the country and to start foreign wars because they don't work for us. They work for the corporations who are really running everything. And that's it.
One of the world's rising problems is plain to see, and that's the rising number of people with obesity. Ours and many nations are just getting fatter and fatter, which leads to countless health issues. It really does matter that our health is rapidly deteriorating and our healthcare system is being strangled by politicians deliberating on how much money they can make by privatising our healthcare and sealing our fate to a bleak future, where we follow our American neighbours into a healthcare nightmare run by insurance companies whose only real care is their shareholders and profits. I really don't want that fuse to be lit. So this is it. This is the bit that I get to. This is the end of that before, and it's the the start of my journey, the start of finding out some truths, finding out what's really going on out there, finding out about our water chain and our food chain, and how it's poisoning us and how it's poisoning our bodies. And I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to keep poisoning my body, because I have done. And it's just time. It's time to find some answers, make some choices, make some changes, and get out there and really uncover and try and help other people. But this is it. This is me. This is what I do. I hide under this blanket of everything. So now it's time. It's time to be brave. And so I have taken off my makeup. I'm here naked, and I am, well, I'm not naked, but in my face I am. And it's time to unveil this. So this is it. Here goes. Scary moment of what I'm hiding in here. And from the front you might think, oh, it's not too bad, it's okay, it's not skinny, is it? It's not right. But then you look at this, then you see this. Look at here. It's like I'm 8 months pregnant, 10 months pregnant. In fact, I think with my first pregnancy, I don't think I was ever as big as that in the first place. Something's happened. It's my stomach and everything has just exploded. My skin, look at it, it's spotty and awful, and bags under my eyes, and I can't believe I'm looking at a camera with no makeup on. But I had to bear it all down. I had to be brave, and I had to start off with this reality of what exactly is happening and going on. So as much as this makes me feel like crying my eyes out, I have to do it. And I'm going to go on this journey now, and I'm going to sort this out. I'm going to get out there, and I'm going to make some changes. So this is it. I set out on a journey I needed to know of why I became so fat, bloated, depressed and slow. I thought I ate healthy, always making my own food, ate brown bread and brown pasta, low-fat foods and drank diet soda. So why was I getting bigger and bigger? I went to my doctor, and he told me directly that my issue was not dietary related. Really? So I went for lots of tests. They prodded and they poked me, until I decided to look for some alternative therapy. I tapped into a world of wonder and knowledge. So many people, and not just the porridge-eating hippies on chickpeas and lentils. People who realise that preserving their health is essential. For without your health, you have nothing. It's an old-fashioned saying that in fact means everything. I met an incredible man called Philip Day. I'd really love you to hear what this man has to say.
Well, our diets today are unrecognisable. I mean, if you could somehow time warp people from the 1700s through to now and just stand them in the doorway of a supermarket and have them look, the shock would register on their face immediately, because what they're looking at is just row upon row of shelves packed solid with highly processed commercial material, fake food. You know, we live in an age of fake news. Well, fake food up and down the aisle, all canned up in steel and aluminium, or wrapped up in paper, plastic and cardboard. This is food that has been devitalised once again to, not for our benefit as consumers, but obviously for the manufacturer, because it will last longer on the shelves. And so we find that if we study pasture livestock, they don't die of human diseases because they're eating according to species. Wild animals don't die of human diseases because they're eating according to species. Notice our dogs and cats are dying from the full gamut of human diseases because we're essentially feeding them cooked, ground up bits of their mates out of an aluminium can, and then when they get sick we trot them off down to the vet for shots and drugs. And then, of course, humans, well, we're dying of things that our ancestors had no idea about and wouldn't even recognise to this day. So, can you call it a civilization? Your choice. Of course, Wendell Berry sums it up great. He says, we have a health industry which pays no attention to food, and we have a food industry which pays no attention to health. We have McDonald's in the food courts of Guy's Hospital, and we have Burger King in the food court of Addenbrooke's Hospital in Cambridge, which is one of the top cardiology teaching hospitals in the world. And you know, right above the counter of Burger King, there's a sign that says blood tests this way.
I want you to imagine that you've come into money, a windfall inheritance. Somehow you've got a pot of honey. A lottery win is a thing of dreams, and imagining how to spend it is like a huge white beam of light shining down around you. What shall I do? What shall I buy? With 10 million in the bank, the limit's the sky. The first port of call for many is clear: to purchase their dream bike or car. An engine that would make them feel proud. When they turn the key, it would make them stand out from the crowd. A Merc, BMW, Audi or Saab. For me, it's a shiny, convertible Jaguar. So imagine you are driving your ultimate car and it's time to refill. The needle's on nil. So you pull up at the pump and you're having to choose between two types of petrol, but you have everything to lose. The left-hand pump is labelled junk. The petrol is cheap, you'll get more for your buck. But after continual use of junk in your tank, your engine will break down and you've only yourself to thank. The pump on the right is labelled organic premium. It's only made with the finest natural ingredients. True, this one will cost you a little bit more, but the benefits outweigh everything about the cheap gas for sure. As your engine will keep going to the end of its days, no problems, no issues, just years of smooth running. Imagine the joy of a car that doesn't keep draining your bank account with constant trips to the mechanic. With this premium petrol, you'll never need to panic, as you know you've looked after it the best you possibly can. Now look in the mirror, or just look down. No matter what race, whether you are black, white or brown, your body is your ultimate engine. It's the only one you'll have. It's the only one you'll ever own. It carries you for all your life, gets you up in the morning, makes every move, takes every step, blinks every blink, beats every heartbeat. We are amazing machines, full of wonder and hope, full of life, full of dreams.
And then they go, yeah, well, you're some kind of communist, or you're some kind of, and I'm not a communist. I am a human being who doesn't want to be poisoned. That is it. That's really, really it. I don't want anyone to poison me, and I don't want anyone to poison my children, or your children, or anyone else's children. Children deserve a good life. And we have capacity to feed 12 billion people on this planet without having to resort to fly burgers from maggots or shit burgers from feces. We don't have to do any of that. We just have to grow decent food without spraying tons of chemical shite all over it.
So I juiced in the morning and I juiced at lunch times. I took supplements and vitamins and got out in the sunshine. I started a dance class. I didn't care I was fat. My enlightenment had such a great impact that I would do anything to change my world from inside and out.
Dance for your soul. Let it all go.
The food and exercise was just the beginning. I had to embrace a whole new way of thinking. When I woke in the morning, I gave nothing but praise that God had blessed me to see another day. I took out negativity and replaced it with gratitude. And I found myself instantly in a better mood. I was grateful for every part of my life and my being. I replaced the frown with a smile on my face and daily went in search of my happy place, which was laughing and singing and dancing all day. I'm not here to preach, I'm just here to say that if I can turn my world around and execute fully the knowledge that I found, then you can do too. It's quite easy, you see, when you focus on the best way to be, the best way to live, and the best way to nourish. You'll come out on top. Your life will just flourish. So why not treat your body with the utmost respect? Don't fill it with junk. Instead, fill it with the best. The best chemical-free, GMO-free, additive and sweetener-free food we can buy. Support your local farmers. Grow your own veg. If you're going to eat meat, then please make sure it's ethically fed and reared to have the happiest possible life. Not mass-farmed and cramped into horrors and strife. So when you're out next on your weekly shop, please read the labels of the goods you pick up. Is there something there that you can't read or pronounce, or something that doesn't show its provenance? Then put that shit back. Put it back on the shelves. Find something else without the chemical hell. The powers that be deem it fit for you and me to be systematically poisoned from products of the chemical industry. And I find that totally criminal. As soon as we all stop buying that crap, stop putting our hard-earned money straight into the laps of the 7 corporations that own 90% of worldwide brands, this global domination is way out of hand. I got rid of the chemicals in every room in my home. From the cupboards and fridge, I went through it with a fine comb. I got rid of the wheat, and I got rid of the sugar. Got rid of everything, in fact, that would trigger me to slip back into my old bad ways. This was no longer a diet, but a new way to be. I could finally breathe. I could finally see, as if a dark veil had been lifted from my very soul. I finally understood. I saw my life in the whole big picture. The penny finally dropped. And amazingly, it was easy to swap my old ways for new ways that held the truth to a healthy life. I was sick and unhappy with little to give. Life brought me to my knees and I was struggling to live. But when you're on the floor, there's only one way to go, and that's onwards and upwards. Keep on with your flow. So instead of just moaning and instead of complaining, I decided to find out why my world kept raining down around my ears. You can choose to be a victim, or you can choose to be a winner. Do you let life beat you down, or do you get up off your knees and straighten your crown? I choose to fight and I choose to stand, because staying on my knees was getting out of hand. I've learnt in life that we all have a cross to bear. What matters is not the size of that cross or how much it weighs, but how you carry it and accomplish your days. It's okay to fall, and it's okay to falter. But staying knocked down is not something you ought to consider at any time ever. We must look at failures as a lesson to learn, not make us give up or feel the burn. The only burn to feel is the fire in your soul, a fire that propels you out of that hole. So let me take you by the hand, and I'll show you to the promised land. There you'll open your eyes and see that there's a better way to be. I know I've not finished my journey, but I'm on the right path and there's no need to hurry. So I'm going to keep on going, and I keep on striving to reach my goals so that I can start living the life I want to live. And this time, with everything to give. Rise up, people. Rise up and live. Rise up, people. You have everything to give.